that God never created anybody without putting gifts in them and resources. And you need to understand that. And if you're going to receive the prosperity that God wants you to have, you need to be able to do a gift assessment in your own life to know what it is that you have for God to bless through. And let me say some very practical things that I believe are going to help you. I strongly believe in business and entrepreneurial pursuits. I think it's very, very important that you be business minded. And I believe that there's a certain portion of you that are eligible candidates to go into business for various reasons, not just for the pursuit of wealth, sometimes for the freedom to be able to have the mobility to do the things of God without being enslaved to somebody. God is very concerned that we be profitable. In fact, the very first thing that God ever said to man once he had fallen, before he had fallen, was be fruitful. You can translate be fruitful into be profitable. Be profitable. I am not talking about being rich, and there's some prerequisites because it's been so much taught that I need to say what I'm not saying before I say what I am saying. I thought, Lord, how can I make them understand? My grandmother, who lived in Mississippi, was to me a very successful person. She had a very ordinary house, and when she died, she still had the same living room suite that she had when I was a little boy. My children sat on the same couch that I sat on as a child when my father used to bring me to Mississippi, but it still looked the same. It was still in good shape. And my grandmother had profit. She had profit not because she was rich. My grandmother didn't keep moving up her spending with her income, which makes a huge difference as God begins to bless you, that you don't go to the limit of what you are able to spend just because you got a raise. Oh, thank the Lord, I got a raise. Now I got to move to a bigger house. Now I got to finally get my new car. Oh, I need a new living room. And you start replacing everything. What happens is you soon max out your living expenses till you're right back where you were before, and you're just living from paycheck to paycheck. And guess what? You're enslaved again. You're just enslaved at a higher price. Instead of struggling with what you were making when you were making $20,000 a year, now you're making $62,000 a year, but you're still just as tight as you were before, because now that you're making $62,000 a year, you are spending $71,000 a year, and you're always praying, Lord, catch me up. And pretty soon God stops answering you, because God soon realizes that no matter how much he gives you, you are caught up in a spending syndrome, and you're going to spend to the limit, and you are unprofitable. So God does not continue to bless you because you're not yielding a profit. It's not profitable. You have to, there's only one or two things you can do. Either adjust your income or bring down your expense level, bring your budget down. That's the only two things you can do. You can pray, you can fast, you can fall out, you can talk in tongues, you can run up here with $20 and fall out on the altar and dance all the way back to your seat and hit your head on a pew. But when all things are said and done, if you don't learn how to handle money, God is not going to be able to pour into your life what needs to. And I'm telling you, can you receive that?